Hey y'all, I got me a new toy. Ordered a box from Blade HQ. Took them 2 days, no I'm sorry, took them 3 days to get it here. But 3 days is freaking fast compared to where I'm at. So what came is a white box. It says Harkins ATAC double action, black handled marbled carbon fiber inlaid stone washed 154 cm blade with orange peel finish 3D machine titanium clip. This one here is number 84 of 200. Woo! There's a nice little white cardboard papered wrapping with a nice little white sticker there. And then there's a, I don't know what the hell it is. Anyway, but inside that, there's a nice little leather box there with gold gilding. Anyway, it says Protec knives, so I'm thinking it's a Protec Harkins ATAC knife that's going to be inside here. Oh, look at that. Protec sent me a little piece of paper. Oh, they want me to buy some more knives. Oh, look at that. Anyway, what's inside here is a knife made by Protec. And Protec says, hey, just so you know, it's a knife and knives have sharp edges, so don't cut yourself, pretty much is what they're saying there. Let's see what this bad boy looks like. Oh, there's some oil already on the knife there. Oh, look at that. They actually oiled the darn thing. That's good. I like that. So anyway, this is the marbled carbon fiber inlay type area. And I'm guessing this right here is the titanium outer portion. And this right here is that titanium clip they were talking about. Titanium clips. It seems to have a little bit of give. Shouldn't be too hard to put that in my pocket. Anyway, this little part right here says number 84 of 200. Look at that. It says Harkins, made by Protec. Huh. That right there is dandy. There is nothing on that blade other than metal. That is a straight up metal blade. And let's see if it's oiled at all. Yeah, there's a wee little bit of oil on there. Let's see if it's sharp. It feels pretty sharp. It does feel nice and sharp. See how closing it feels. Closes pretty nice. The blade is off center just a little bit to the right there. Yep. Now it's supposed to be an automatic knife, which means I'm supposed to be able to push this little corner button right here, and it's supposed to, oh, look at that. That was pretty dandy. Yeah, boy. Let's try that again. Try that again. So as I'm pushing it down right here, I can feel that I'm putting some tension on the spring. And then right there you can feel a little snap. Woo! Look at that. I like it. I like it. I do not see anything wrong with this knife. And it's pretty darn light too. Nice and light there. Anyway, got this from Blade HQ. Looks pretty nice. I'm going to use my 3-in-1 oil here and my little trusty toothbrush to put some more oil on this thing the way I like it. Everything looks nice and clean down on the inside there. And the blade looks nice and pretty. There's no scratches or dings or dents or anything. There's also no paint of any kind on the blade. It's all just straight steel. And on the inside here, yep, number 84 of 200. I'm thinking this is supposed to be a collector's knife, but I'm gonna wear the darn thing. It's coming with me. I'm not the kind of guy that buys motorcycles to keep them on a trailer or buys knives to keep them on my desk. Now, there are parts of America where you're not allowed to have an automatic knife that opens up with a push of a button. And one of the things I like about this knife is that the automatic portion is hidden. So now I'm not saying you should do this, but if you were pulled over by a cop and he was to look at your knife, he would think normally this is just a regular thumb stud opening knife. Nothing crazy about it. Now I wouldn't lie to a cop at all, but if I lived in a place where you're not allowed to have automatic knives and I really wanted an automatic knife, this is probably the knife I would get for obvious reasons. One more thing I noticed is the carbon fiber here does not have too much of a coat on top of it, and because of that, if you were wearing this, that carbon fiber in there would get scratched up pretty easily. And so I'm gonna go get some wax, automotive wax pretty much. I'm just gonna get some wax and cover over the top of that just to protect it a little bit. But anyway, yeah, she's a pretty knife there. Alright, I've been wearing this Harkins ATAC made by ProTech. Been wearing this thing as my EDC for a few days now. I oiled it. I sprayed some clear coat on the carbon fiber portions to keep them from getting scratched up in my pocket so easily. And it's been my everyday carry. This knife is damn sharp. It has taken off some of my hairs. See? It's done a pretty damn good job. Now, this is a $300 to $400 knife, but the way I see it, it's a folder that's meant to be carried in your pocket. Therefore, it is meant to be used as an EDC. It's a very beautiful knife, so I mean, it's also meant to be sitting on your mantle, but it's a knife. I'm not just gonna buy a tool to have it sit on my mantle. So I've been carrying the thing like I imagine you're supposed to. So here's my review of this knife. The pros. Number one, it's freaking beautiful. When I've got to wear a three-piece suit, this is the knife that I want in my pocket because it goes with my ensemble. Second great thing, it's got this hidden trigger, which I really like because that'll keep from scaring police so easily. Also the liner lock is, I'm sorry, not the liner lock, the frame lock is gorgeous on this thing. Works amazingly well. I have no issues with it whatsoever. Also, I've got no issues with the frame itself. The frame is gorgeous. It's light and it's small enough that works very well with a three-piece suit. I also like that there's no paint or coating of any kind on the blade. Now, I know some people think that's a bad thing, but the way I see it, when I'm trying to sharpen a knife, when I'm trying to actually use a knife, I don't need that coating being scraped off and messed with in any way, shape, or form. I want a pretty blade, and to keep this blade from rusting, all I need to do is keep oil on it, and that's part of blade maintenance as far as I'm concerned. So the cons. This is not the perfect knife. For starters, it's got this coating on the outside. Over time, this coating is going to fade away, especially on these little corners and edges and things, even if there's nothing else in your pocket to go with it. Also, they did not put a coating on this carbon fiber portion, which means this carbon fiber not only will be scratched up, but if it sits out in the sun in any way, shape, or form, it's going to degrade the carbon fiber. Carbon fiber does that in the sun. Now, I don't expect this knife to sit out in the sun, but to me, any carbon fiber should have a UV coating on it, at least. Another thing that I don't like about this knife is the way that it's carried in the pocket. It's carried with the tip of the knife up. So, when you go to pull it out of your pocket, you've got to grab it as far down deep as you possibly can. And when you pull it out, you've got to shimmy your hand up the knife to either hit this button or use the thumb stud. To me, it could be sitting in the pocket like this, so that when you pull it out, all you've got to do is flick it open. So what I would like to see, a new version of this knife with the carbon fiber coated with clear coat and a UV coating. I'd like to see the frame unpainted. I would like to see the clip flipped around to the other side, and I would like to see it cheaper. This knife is not cheap, and that's the end of my review. Anyway, there you have it. This is the Harkins ATAC double action blade, bought from Blade HQ, made by ProTech. Later.